And today, a number of notable figures honored the former president, including some from right here in Greenville. And here's a first look at Greenville Police Chief Ken Miller and two of his officers outside the Capitol building earlier today. They were among the thousands paying their respects to our former commander-in-chief. Now, the police chief tells us they were up in Washington, D.C. for some business, but he made it a top priority to stop by the U.S. Capitol and pay his respects to a man he deeply admired. Fox Carolina's Kayle Conboy had a chance to FaceTime with the chief before he flew home tonight. Kayla's here in studio. So, Kayle, what do you have to say about just that moment walking in there to the rotunda?
He said it was very crowded this morning, and he also told me he had a chance to meet the former president back when he was in college. He says back then Bush was vice president on his campaign trail, saying he had, quote, a deep affection and affinity for him even back then. It was a day of prayer and reflection for thousands filing around this casket. Among them, Greenville Police Chief Ken Miller, who says the country lost a kind and honest man, someone he's looked up to for decades.
He was on in years, and his health was failing. You know, as he would pop into the news periodically, I would think about him and reflect on really the kind of kindness, the spirit of this man, and his willingness and ability to serve on so many levels over so many years, out of the goodness of his heart, quite frankly, for his country.
Chief Miller says that was clear before he was even president. He could tell Bush would make a difference when he shook his hand and got his autograph back in 1988.
I was young, a lot younger than I am now. But, you know, it was exciting. I respected the man then almost as much as I do today. Obviously, I respect him more today because there's more history between 1988 and today with George Herbert Walker Bush.
So when he found out he'd be in D.C. at the same time as the visitation, he saw an opportunity to say a prayer to a leader he says served our country in so many ways for so many years.
The kinds of examples that he set in that 4 years are examples that any of us in any walk of life can emulate.
Miller says he served under then Vice President Bush when he was in the military, saying he always felt a sense of service, something that's shaped his lifelong career, and he believes Bush had a similar calling.
Just the genuine dignity and respect that he treated all people, not just Americans, but all people with throughout his lifetime.
Chief Miller tells me they were there right at as the visitation was opening. Because of that, they say it was busier than at any other time that they looked throughout the day. He says this is something he's never done before, but he was honored his first viewing was someone he respected so dearly. Cody, back to you.